Welcome in to the Rookie Mistakes Podcast. We are welcomed in on week 7. The matchups are here. What did we see? What happened? And how did it go for you? It was a big week of buys. So, picking the rookie mistakes of the week was kind of hard. I have to admit, there was a lot of people, I'm like, there's a lot of potential there. But then you look at their bench and it's because they had nobody else to play. So, whoever gets it this week, it's don't take it to heart. There really wasn't any other option. And you probably didn't do anything wrong. You just lost. And I had to choose somebody. So, let's get into the week 7 matchups. We'll start off with the Goods, Austin, versus Stroke Race 3, Logan. You had 135.36 by the Goods, winning this week over Logan by a slim margin of 2.3 points. Stroke Race is now 0-7 on the league. That sucks. You're the only 0-for team left. You're getting there, though. Your team is putting up numbers. Okay, it's coming around. You faced the top dog in the league right now, 7-0. And yeah, damn near beat him. And you probably should have with Jordan Addison had he not got hurt right there at the end, because he was getting every target. But let's get into this matchup. We'll start with the Goods. Patrick Mahomes having an amazing week this week on the tight end day. Patrick Mahomes with 33.86. You had Devontae Adams with 12.7. Travis Kelce with 35.9, going off this week. Drake London with 11. On your bench, Kareem Hunt with 15. A.J. Dillon, 11. And Deontay Johnson with 12. Had a lot of guys there you could have swapped around and played with. But either way, you get the dub. Logan's team, he had Stafford with 14 points. Najee finally having a game, 15.8. Jordan Addison, 31.3. Like I said, just blowing up. 7 of 10 on reception, 123 yards and 2 touchdowns. Looked good, and he was the new Jetta for a little bit there. Joshua Palmer with 18.3. Cole Kmet with 0. That hurt you. That had you played any other tight end, that would have been great for you. But you also nice pickup with the Joshua Downs. 23.5, the Chiefs D with 10. On your bench, you had Dobbs with 16, Algier with 14, and I think that is Jaden Reed. I always forget his freaking name. Jaden Reed with the Packers, 11.1. Had you played Algier over Brian Robinson, you get the dub this week. But considering you're 0-7, and I wouldn't have done that, you didn't really make a mistake there. I wouldn't have started Algier over Lockett either. So I'm not giving it to you. It's unnecessary to beat a dead horse. So carry on. You're gonna get a win here pretty soon. I guarantee it. I mean, your team is coming along. I mean, of course, you don't have a superstar. You don't feel like you have a superstar, at least in my eyes. But you got a lot of guys that just consistent, and that alone will get you some wins along the way. And I think you'll be fine. I mean, yeah, you're 0-7 and you're in a deep hole, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Next matchup, we have Lot Lizard Steven versus Chris G90. I feel like I talk about this enough. Why? Yeah, I don't know why. Why didn't you change the goddamn name? Well, that's what you get. You lost this week. You know what? So, and until you change the name, I'm putting the voodoo on you. You get me? You deal? Until you change your name, you're not winning another game. Mark it down. Check it twice. They call me. I'm not. I'm gonna stop ahead. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. My bad. Back to it. Steven had 140 points versus Chris with 104. Chris is 4-3 on the season. Stewie's 4-3 on the season. Stewie's team looked like this. He had Lamar Jackson with 33.8. Jerome Ford with 17.4, who got hurt. So be on the lookout on Hunt going off here pretty soon. Who has him? Surprise, surprise. Austin. Michael Thomas with 13. DJ Moore with 13. Mark Andrews 22.3. Atwell with 10. Your defense, the Jags with 10. On your bench, nada. Nothing really going for you there. But you still got the dub. 140 weeks. I think you're in the top 3 in scoring this week as well. I believe. I could be wrong on that. Chris's team. Chris's. He had Josh Allen with 24. Isaiah Pacheco 16. Christian Kirk 19. Man, the guys you have on your team that go off. And that was it. What hurt you? Cooper Kupp only got you 6. And that was all. Nothing else really going on there. Next matchup, we had Chad bend over and take it versus AP 15. Come on now. And you're 5-2, man. Aaron is 5-2 on the season, getting the win this week, 149 points. A very close matchup here again. 145 by Chad. Aaron getting the dub this week. Chad is 3-4 on the season. Go over to, let's start with Chad. Chad's team looked like this. Derek Carr for 17. Alvin Kamara with an amazing season. Only because Derek Carr likes to hit him every time. Doesn't look at anybody else. It's like his first and last read. Jesus. Get a life, Carr. My God. 29.3. I only say that because I traded him to you. I'm sorry. James Cook got you 19.2. He had a game. Wow, I didn't realize how good of a game he had in that loss. Big old loss. Got the mails is all he got. Amon-Ra St. Brown with 23.2. Courtland Sutton 19.6. Not a lot else going on your team. I definitely would have gave you rookie mistakes. But when I looked down at your bench, everybody was on bye. So there wasn't a whole lot I could do with that. AP 15 with a dub. And Kirk Cousins with 21.02. Jahmyr Gibbs 27.6. Eckler letting you down with 5.6, but you still got the dub, so what's it matter? JSN with 16.3. You can thank DK being out for that. McLaurin 15. Laporta 11.2. Jacoby Myers 18. Pittman 16. Eagles D 10. On your bench, you had Rashid Rice 17 points, and that was all. You had a lot of guys step up this week. And I think I was wrong. Never mind. You did finish in top 3. All right, carry on now. Next matchup, Flapjacks and Baby Bags versus Dookie Squad. Flapjacks and Baby Bags. Sheldon is 1-6 on the season, getting his first dub against Dookie Squad, who was 3-4 on the season. And this is where it comes down to Sheldon having... Herbert only had 10 points. Man, he didn't look good that game. But Foreman showing up with 33 points. Boy, did you need it. I mean, he went off and you squeezed by win by 1 point. Well, 1.6 technically, but still, yeah. Ken Walker with 13.1. AJ Brown 29. Olave 12. Romeo Dobbs 11. Man, on your bench, you didn't really have anything, but you had several guys out on bye. Then you have Dookie Squad. Barkley with 18. ETN with 22. Chris Godwin with 12. Darren Waller 22 going off this week on tight ends National Day. CMC with 22.6. You got some balls not to have replaced him, not knowing. I mean, I would have stuck with that too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, being desperate, make sure you didn't lose an over team, and you end up losing anyways, and it wouldn't have mattered. So, but you are the rookie mistakes player of the week because you had Jauan Jennings on your bench with 10 points. And naturally, I wouldn't have given it to you. But considering you lost to an over team, it just felt like it was meant to be. If you had played him over Hollywood Brown, you get the dub with ease this week. And I know it's not fair, because why would you do that? Like I said, there wasn't a lot of options, and just felt right that you lost to an over team, and that it stinks. That happens. You probably went into this week thinking you had it. This guy hasn't won a game all week. I mean, all season. Excuse me. Hasn't won a game all season? Don't stand a chance. And then he goes in there and gotcha. Snacked on you. And his best player, well, I say his best player, Herbert, only didn't have a performance. We'll leave it at that. You know what happened. It is what it is. Next matchup. We had, I'm just going ahead and say it, whether Austin's fucking with me or not. You got fuck around and find out. Brandon versus Shot at Net. Shelky. See, Shelky changed his name. Now, that did happen last week, or a couple weeks ago. But he knows, he changed it. He's looking out. But sadly for him, you did take a loss this week. Brandon gets the win, 128.56 versus 102 for Shelky. Shelky is 3-4 on the season, and Brandon is 6-1, sitting in second place on the season. He had Jalen Hurts with 23.26. Swift getting you 10, consistent. Not a great week, but still solid. Rashid, I always want to say Rashid. It's Rashad. Rashad White, running back for Tampa Bay with 15.9. Stephon Diggs, 17.8. Having a season. Still got that loss, though. Waddle with 12.3. Boy, could he have had a game if he didn't have back problems. TJ Hawkinson with 19.6. Zay Flowers 11.5. Go ahead and hand him to me anytime now. Kendrick Bourne on your bench with 16.3. Jerry Jeudy with 11 on your bench, and that was it. Shelky had Tua with 10. Williams with 12.6. Pickens with 15.7. Dallas Goedert this week with 18.7. It felt like every tight end had a game today. And the Browns D going off with 20. Sheesh. I didn't even see that. And that was it. Had nobody really on his bench. Almost everybody on bye. And the last matchup of the week would be Dumpster Fire Line King, which is Pedro versus Trades for Days, myself. I got the win in this matchup, 119.46 to 111. Another close one that came in, come to the very end. He had 3 guys playing in the Monday night game, and I definitely didn't think I have it. He had a tight end, and I'm like, he had Kittle, and I'm like, come on now. When every tight end this week is killing it, he's definitely going to have a game, and that was going to screw me. But luckily, Brock Purdy just knows how to throw interceptions in that Monday night game. Maybe Kirk Cousins passed on that curse over to him. You feel me on the primetime games. But Dumpster Fire had Stevenson, Ramondre, 14.5. Brandon Ayuk got 10. Puka Nacua with 23. Puka Nacua Cup. Kittle only got 13. Still good. Mike Evans with 20. On your bench, you had Purdy with 12. Henderson with 13. And that was it. And I checked, and there wasn't really anybody he could have swapped out that would have got him the dub over me. I had Geno Smith with 13.7, Gus Edwards with 21, Jonathan Taylor with 21, Tyreek Hill with 25, Njoku with 10. My defense, the Ravens, with 16. On my bench, I had T-Law with 18, and that was it. Top 3 performers on the week was AP 15 with 149.02. Second was Super Mario. I want to say Mario for some reason. Superman Chad with 145. And then in third, like I thought, Slots 15, Stewie. I don't know why the weekly report doesn't say your actual team names, but regardless, that's how it went. And that was your Week 7 matchups. Off to Week 8. And don't forget, well, as I'm doing this podcast right now, waivers haven't ran and trades haven't been sent in, if you know what I mean. So I can't tell you to prepare for that. It's already ran by the time you see this. So hope you got what you wanted, you know, and I hope you dropped somebody that I need, because a lot of you ain't trading me anyways. So it is what it is. But yeah, what a week. We went through all the bye weeks. You know how many bye weeks there are this week? That's right. 0. What a freaking joke. Why does the NFL do that? Why do so many buys on one week and not just kind of spread them out? That is just, I mean, in a way, whatever. Yep. Peace out. Thank you for coming. And subscribe. Zebra.